Did you see the new Rings of Power trailer?
I didn't, but I did see the panel, the big presentation, and oh boy.
Tell me about the panel, because I didn't go.
The panel, okay, so the panel that really meant anything was the showrunner, the writer, and the production designer. I don't know their names, but they were interviewed by Stephen Colbert, which should say a whole lot about what's going on. But you could tell that they are in fix-it mode. That they're trying to turn the talk around. And so during this interview, you could the literal drinking game at that point was every time they said the word Tolkien, take a drink, and you'd be very drunk. And during this panel, all they're doing is they're working really hard to prove the fact that they are true fans of J.R.R. Tolkien, true fans of the series, and that they will do nothing but live up to the spirit of Tolkien. And I think it just felt like they were working way too hard. The showrunner, he goes into this long monologue in Elvish, in fluent Elvish. And then when Colbert, challenged, basically asked a question that one of us critics would say, the guy said, well, I just gave you a whole speech in Elvish. Of course I'm a fan, it's kind of like it felt like they were working too hard rather than feeling authentic at all as true fans. But again, I can't really question their character. Maybe they are. Ultimately it comes down to what's presented on the show and to see whether the hysteria is true or not.
Well, so here's my take. And they were all over town. There were displays. There were like half a building was kind of taken over, there are a lot of buildings in, the gas lamp in San Diego where it was taken over. And it just seems like there's no energy behind it. They already made 3 never before to be repeated amazing Lord of the Rings films. Maybe there'll be more in the future. I defy you right now. Go watch 5 minutes. 1 minute. You don't have a lot of patience. Watch 1 minute of Peter Jackson talking about Lord of the Rings. When you see his passion, he was born to do that. Yeah. And he was fairly untested before. When you look at Peter Jackson made some really interesting and weird films.
Frighteners and
weird films. Amazing stuff. You wouldn't have thought that guy had it in him to do Lord of the Rings. And then you saw that first movie. I was not a fan of Lord of the Rings, and I was blown away by that trailer. I had to go get some water. So, excuse me.
And the other thing about the Lord of the Rings is there's source material. There's a book. Whatever Rings of Power is doing, they're making it up, and they're claiming to have channeled the spirit of Tolkien, which I'm skeptical. Again, I don't want to judge it. I do want to give it a fair shot, but. My gut is telling me this is, and the fact that Amazon has invested already in 2 seasons, they put too much money in it, and so they have to turn this around somehow. Are you muted? You're muted.
I think they're committed to what it is. I think it's too late to right the ship. If they would, it would be in the final 3 seasons if it goes 5 seasons, and I think it looks incredibly generic. It looks like they've infused too much modern politics into it, modern day modernity, as one says, and it just looks uninteresting to me. Nothing about it says to me I can't wait. I'm more interested in She-Hulk after that second trailer than I am in Rings of Power. I'm serious.
You're probably right.
I'm being completely honest with you. So now, should I watch it? We're going to be busy covering a lot of other things. There is a very good chance that you and I will get screeners of it before.
We will. Amazon's been really good about sending us everything.
So do we cover it? I'm going to let our chat decide. Do we cover it? Do we at least cover the first few episodes? Let the chat decide. And now I'm coming into it. I'm not Gary Beekler. I'm not an expert. Okay. I'm not nerdrotic.
Yeah.
So I'm coming into it as not a Tolkien expert. Is it a good show? Is it a story that's engaging? Am I involved with this? Do I love the characters? I don't know. I think prequels, as a rule, have a spotty track record.